Good morning. Isn't it lovely? It's still raining outside. But anyways, I woke up hearing cut from the same cloth. And I thought, what does that mean? And then it kept going of a cloth has two sides. The side that you see and then the inside where it's like all the woven intricate parts that make the cloth are kept concealed for everyone to not see it, right? And then when I'm in the shower, keeps going. That it's got to be sewn inside out and flipped, and then it becomes what we see. Flawless in a way. Of course, nothing's flawless. You can always find a flaw. But then that was correlating to people. And I've heard, oh, we're cut from the same cloth. And never thought anything of it. But for whatever reason, my brain went real deep into that today. And that's what I woke up hearing. And then it brought me to the yin and yang energy. You know, the masculine and the feminine. And it's funny, I told a guy the other day that his feminine energy was high. He goes, I don't have feminine. I'm not a female. You have feminine. I said, we both have masculine and feminine energies. You've got to balance them. I don't know if people are aware of this. Not only men hold testosterone and not only women hold estrogen. It's actually women just have less testosterone. But as we get older, we have more testosterone. As men get older, they have more estrogen. And he turns around and starts joking and goes, that's why my nipples hurt. That's why I'm this way and that way. And I said, no, that's why you're always in your head, I guess. I don't know. Feeling like you can't do for yourself. Because the masculine energy, the intention is to build and protect and make sure everything is done in a certain way. Where the feminine energy is the creator, the ideas, the one that knows when to say, okay, enough's enough. But they work together. When you balance that within yourself, now all of a sudden you become that almost flawless garment, you know? And when you get in relationships and you're out of whack, more than likely both of you are out of whack. If you find that you can't communicate, you know, you say something and somebody gets really ticked off and their ego, ugh, and it comes at you and you're like, I didn't mean it like that. Like, wow, a little sensitive. It's because they're not understanding you. But that's also, you're not expressing yourself in a way where they can. We forget that relationships they need to be a fine-tuned mechanism. You know, we now these days jump into relationships so we're not alone. That's destructive. That's also when you know you're in a toxic situation but you choose to stay, it's only destroying you. It's only destroying the other person. And no matter how much you say, well, I love that person, I've spent umpteen years with them, I'm comfortable with them, it gets to a point where nothing matters anymore. Nothing's fun. You start getting depressed. You stop expressing yourself. You basically give yourself away to not be alone, but you're lonely. It's a conundrum. And we get to the point where one day we wake up and we say, you know what? I'll sacrifice this. I'm willing to let this go to love myself. Because we all have a wounded inner child. All of us. We hold on to things that have hurt us in a way or traumatized us. And when we stay in these toxic relationships, it doesn't allow us to focus on healing that inner child. It doesn't allow us to grow forward. We get stuck in a rut. Don't get in the muck. You know, it's one of those things where you have to choose you. Scary, right? Oh my goonies. I choose me, but that means I'm going to choose me by myself and there ain't nobody else around. Who am I going to hug? Yourself. Who am I going to blow kisses to? Yourself. Who am I going to shake hands with? Yourself. And eventually you get to a point where once you've loved yourself enough and built yourself up, you look around and you've got a new soul tribe coming towards you. They're the ones that will high-five you. They're the ones that are, hey, you're doing a great job. They're the ones that will encourage you. They're the ones that will breathe life back into you. And you do it for each other. You seesaw. You have a blast. You help each other. Oh my God, what a concept. It's something that is almost outdated. Helping one another. I was raised by parents that their parents, especially my mom's parents, came from a generation of if they saw someone in need, they didn't hesitate. There was no need to get something in return. And I know I've said this before, and I'm going to keep reminding everybody, when you do it from the heart, that's when you open gateways, not doors, but you open up gateways of possibilities that will empower you and give you the ability to help someone else in need, to inspire someone else, to breathe life back into them. It's almost like the game of freeze tag. I know everyone knows this game, where someone's stuck and they can't move until you save them. You're back in the game. We're all in this game of life. It's meant to be an adventure, a journey, something that is enticing and exciting, but somehow it's turned into a workload full of depression and toxic situations and hell. Is that because of what we choose, or we don't understand the concepts, the complex concepts, like being cut from the same cloth? Because you can have counterparts that one's the inside and one's the outside, and together you make something almost flawless. Together you create something that makes the world go, it's like Katy Perry, make them go, oh, oh, oh. Shining bright. But you can't do that with something toxic. Sure, you can take charcoal and spark a flame, but it's going to burn out. Whereas you can take a diamond and hold it to the light, and it's going to illuminate so many things and not die. It's not going to die down. But that takes extreme pressure, extreme heat, discomfort, change. And you're capable of it. You just have to go, you know what? I know it's going to be a little burdensome at first. I know it is. But as you carry that load and you begin to unpack that trauma and that drama and that chaos, it gets lighter, and next thing you know, you're like, wow, I came into a new me. Oh my goodness. I feel light and free. It's possible. I know because I've done it. I'm still doing it. Healing is a process. It's a caminando. It's the never-ending walk. And that takes extreme faith, gratitude, love, consciousness. We live in a world of unconscious behaviors. Action, reaction, hurt, pain. But we can change that. And it all starts with each one of us. So I'm just here to tell you, I have faith in you. I had to have faith in me. I started seeing others also had faith in me. I started seeing the good in others and how that helped to benefit me and heal me. There was one point in my life where I couldn't let go of guilt. Leaving my kid's dad was one of the hardest things to do. 16 years. And it was this or that, this or that. And I struggled to give them better. But anything was better than being with him. I couldn't comprehend that. I couldn't accept the fact that I wasn't responsible for the toxic nature. I was responsible for how long I stayed and allowed it to infect me. Because when you're in a toxic environment, are you not affected by it? If you stay in a room full of gas, is it going to eventually take your breath away? It's the same thing when you're with people that are in low vibing energy, and misery loves company, right? And I always had to say, so does joy. Joy loves company. She wants to be happy. And we have to give ourselves that privilege because we deserve it. It's not something you have to work so hard for. You just have to have the courage and the strength to walk away from those that don't want you to have it. It's like going into a candy store and going, you can look and tell me everything you want, but you can't have anything. Would you go back? It's the same thing with someone who is emotionally shut down, who themselves needs to go heal. They're so traumatized they can't see that their behavior is affecting your reality. So it's on you to say, today is the day I choose me. Today is the day that I look at me and go, I love you. It doesn't matter what they say. Because you deserve every ounce of greatness. No more of this misery. No more of feeding a dying vessel. For the longest time, I told my ex, I'm not going to keep carrying around the shell of a man. I was dragging along so much weight that didn't belong to me. And when I unpacked his burdens, oh my goodness, I could kind of breathe. I started to focus. The more I closed that energy off to me, even while residing in the same house, I started becoming more creative. I started making goals. I would make lists every day. Drink my water. It was so simple, just telling myself how to live my day. Drink water, exercise, listen to good music, eat good food, stay positive, write down affirmations. I am lovable. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wise. I am beautiful. I said all the things to me he refused to tell me. And then I became my own best friend. That's doing the inner work. And it is possible, even if you're with somebody that doesn't allow it. But you have to learn, while you're starting to build yourself up and glow, they're going to turn a side eye and be like, it's time to mess with you. Because you think you're getting away from me? Because that's the one thing a toxic person needs, your fuel. They need you to build them up because they know they don't have the power. They're cowards. They can't look at themselves and say, I'm worthy, because in their heart they know they're manipulative, they're abusing, they're using, and they're lying. Don't stay around those people. Stop enabling little demonic entities to run rampant. We can love the wrong individuals. I'm not saying to show up with hate, but it's as easy just to not pay attention at all. Simple. Silence says everything. And we have to begin to understand that to give that silence and become our own cheerleaders, because you are not born with a squad of encouragers in this life. That's on you. It's on you to not take people's words so to heart. Don't let them define you. Don't let them destroy you. You're a lot more powerful than you think. So, here's me giving you your power. Take it. Peace, love, and light. Holler at you later. Bye.